call the meeting to order. Minutes of the meeting of January 12th.
Move to
Motion to
accept.
approve.
Yeah, you going first?
I'll second you. I'll second Davis.
Okay.
Have a motion and a second to approve. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Purchase orders.
Purchase orders, we have 4 purchase orders listed. One is for Software Solutions. This is our billing, financial, and payroll software. This is the annual software support that they provide us. This is where they make sure that our systems are up to date, any changes are made, any updates to the software get made. We don't have to pay them for those individual things. The total amount there is $22,091.60. The next purchase order is for McAllister. This is for generator, for the plant generator. Just some repair parts, coolant level gauge and hoses for $1,167.09. The next purchase order is for SDI, I believe it's Security Door Incorporated. On the front double doors of the head house, which is the filtration building, the glass was broken on one of the windows, and these doors are the old leaded glass that swing out, so we are updating this to be, or I'm sorry, these doors swing in, so we're correcting these to be exterior doors that allow exit out, so they will have emergency bars and everything on there, plus the doors were rotting and the frames were rotting, so that's all getting taken care of at once. And that's for $6,690. And then the 4th purchase order is for Ferguson Waterworks. This is material to put on the shelf for future work for $7,037.
All right, any questions on the purchase orders? How long is our contract with the Software Solutions? Do you know?
Well, this particular, basically we just bought the software. So we've been using Software Solutions through the eGov program, and so now we're on the VIP program. So we've been with Software Solutions for, 14, 15 years now maybe. I don't know exactly when we started using eGov for our billing.
Is there a contract?
This is the only contract involved, is this annual support.
Yeah, and how long does that run?
1 year.
1 year?
It's for a 1-year contract. Yeah.
All right.
Motion to approve, or do we have to?
Go ahead.
Motion to approve the purchase orders. I'll second it.
There's a motion second, we approve the purchase orders. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Operational planning.
Okay. I sent this out to the board. Basically what this is some additional activities that I believe that I need to complete in the first year and within the next 5 years. That would be involving the department. Basically, it's kind of a list of additional goals for the department to get through some of the projects we have coming up. This is in addition to the items that were already listed in that operation, or the 2021 business plan that was provided previously. Did you need me to go into any detail on any of these items, or?
Anybody have any questions about them? Any comments? Looks like a pretty thorough presentation.
I don't know if there's any action needed by the board on this. I mean, that's.
Looks like you thought of everything.
I'm sure I missed something.
I know, you would probably know what.
And things may, and some items may change course based on the future, but we want to try and have at least a basic plan going forward.
These plans are a good basis and they can be modified in the future.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay. Alright. Personnel changes, salary adjustments. That was held, we discussed this in the executive session, so.
Yeah. How about you? I didn't hear what it was saying.
Someone like to make a motion on the,
Oh, yes, yes. A motion to
Our
accept
previous
it,
meeting.
to approve and modify as needed in the future.
No,
okay, this is for
yeah, our meeting earlier.
personnel salary.
Our meeting earlier,
For personnel.
Oh, yes, yes.
there you go.
Yes, that's, our executive board, we made a, needed a motion to, or not a motion, but, yes, a motion to approve our previous meeting from 6:45 to, for the reason? Okay,
For personnel and salary adjustments, personnel changes and salary adjustments.
yes, I'll agree. I'll go with that.
Okay, I'll second that motion.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the discussions on personnel changes and salary adjustments in our executive session. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Like 4.5.
Trail water main.
The Whitefoot Trail water main extension, at the December 22nd meeting, we did reach, the board decided to go ahead and reach out to some potential customers and with Whitefoot Trail in the area east of Michiana Shores in Springfield Township. We did send out letters, and out of the 19 letters we sent, we have received 9 responses. 4 developed properties said yes, 2 empty properties said yes. One of the developed properties, and when I say developed means there's a house sitting on it. One of the developed properties said no. One property has access already to Red Wing Trail. They own property all the way to Red Wing Trail. So they said no, and then another one had water already. We didn't realize some of the houses that had been tied over to Michiana, Michigan. So those folks are gonna be tied over to us, and they had received a letter telling them that they could tie on to us. So they're in the process right now of getting switched over to our system as opposed to being on Michiana, Michigan. Out of the 10 that have not responded, 5 are developed properties, 2 are empty properties, and 3 of them have water already. So initially the concept was we were hoping to have enough responses to decide if we were going to move forward with the project. And I know Superintendent Russell had recommended, I believe, 12 positives, 12 people interested. Of course, we're short of that goal right now. But I threw out 3 possible options for the board to consider. The first option would be to approve the construction based on the responses we've had so far. The folks that have stated their eagerness to participate is extremely high. But then again, we are then basically fronting a good portion of this water main without any promise from the other folks to tie on. Of course, that would mean that if in the future they did want to tie on, they would have to pay. They wouldn't be exempt of that charge to tie on. Option 2 would be to table the project and attempt to follow up with the folks that did not respond. I do know for a fact that one of the people that did respond only found out about it because their neighbor said something, that they never received the mail. And we went with the county records. We used the county GIS records, which have the mailing addresses. And we verified the address we used, and we did use the correct address, it just never got to her. So I want to follow up on those folks and that we haven't heard from and see if we can get something going. The third option is to pause efforts on this altogether. But like I said, we did have some very eager people. If they invest in future wells or do further development of their own property, they may not be interested in the future. So that's something to consider. So my recommendation to the board, and it's up to the board's discretion, but my recommendation would be to select option 2. Let's give it a little more time and reach out to those folks that have not responded yet and see if we can get somewhere with them.
All right, any questions or comments?
Well, I believe since it's midwinter, we can afford to give it another month and recontact the personnel.
Right. Well, given that woman who said she didn't get hers, you wonder about the other 10 people.
Right.
And particularly if the address of record is a local address, you know, instead of
Yeah,
off somewhere else, yeah.
Exactly.
They may not be coming up this winter, or might come up sporadically, like Davis said, so. I would think give another try.
You don't know if they're here year-round or not either.
I believe the one that did respond to us, she is a local resident,
Yeah.
and I believe year-round at that property. So it was surprising that she never got that mail.
Some of the others might be seasonal.
You're right, exactly.
Of how many lots were vacant?
Total vacant lots are
Sure.
4.
4 out of the 19.
Yeah, 4 out of the 19. And then 4 out of the 19 already have water. And I apologize, it's 5 out of 19, but one of the vacant lots has property access to Redwood.
Okay.
Already has property access to Redwood Trail.
But two of them have applied in the affirmative, right?
Yes.
Okay. So. All right. Well, I agree. I think option 2 would be the thing is the timing on that. If we do it, then are we gonna run into some seasonal people we might have picked up that we didn't?
Well, that's why we're reaching out to all the property owners at the property owner's address of record, the county. So then they're the ones that are gonna be deciding on whether they're gonna invest the money and then spend the money in getting this water main installed. So we are reaching out to wherever they live, if it's in Illinois or if it's in Indianapolis. We are reaching out to whatever address we have available to us. I might even be able to do some other digging and see if I can come up with other contacts, but I can't guarantee those.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking is, how many of the addresses for the property are the lots that we're talking about?
Or local as opposed to an off-site where they probably own their living there.
I don't really know that information right off the top of my head as far as how many are local and how many aren't.
Well, that's just something else to take into consideration.
Yeah.
I make a motion that the board consider and accept option 2, which is tabling the project and allowing time to attempt to follow up with the property owners that did not respond to check on their interest level.
I'll second it.
Right, there's a motion and a second on the floor. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Old business? Any old business?
I don't have any others.
New business?
I did want to bring up to the board, that item, or actually that's the Indiana Section AWWA is offering, it's called Exam Cram. It's a training opportunity for some of our employees that need to get licensed and have already been through the operator school, to try and get them back in to take more tests. A couple of them took tests right before COVID hit, and then there was some delay on getting Ivy Tech back up and running to get testing. So it'd be good to get them a good refresher on the topics before they try to take the test again. Overall, it's three sessions, and they're 2-hour sessions each. And the total cost of all of it is $480 for 4 people. So it's not bad at all. These are all by web. These are all virtual training sessions. But the instructor that's doing them is former military, and he's told me that he'll be cramming a lot of information in military style. So they'll get a lot of information out of this, I think. And then also I copied you on a letter that was sent to the Board of Public Works concerning a request for a trench. My response to the Board of Works is that we couldn't accept the design that they had because they were going to put structures in an easement that we own. And so I did make that recommendation back to the Board of Works, and I just wanted to copy you in the event that you were asked by any member of the Board of Works.
Who was asking to put the structures up?
It's a company called ESPO Engineering, Hoosier Cable. They're doing, it's cable TV. Contractor doing cable TV install. Whenever they have to bore a water line in the right of way, the city requires them to, or to bore a line in the city right of way, the city requires them to go to the Board of Works, get permission, and they provide us the drawings and give us an opportunity to review them and comment.
All right. Any other new business? Public comment? Kevin? There you go. Any comment from board members?
Yes, sir.
All right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Motion second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.